Hey EOS friends, did you know there are two commonly used phrases that do not appear in the book Traction? I talked about buy-in in the first video. Now I want to focus on phrase number 2, change management. If you love the phrase change management and you want to fight to keep it, this video is for you. When I hear the phrase change management, I actually grimace. It brings me back to the endless fall layoffs that happened in the economic cycle of the automotive industry. I also envision the PowerPoints from my corporate days where carefully crafted messages were said and ignored because I was still processing emotions that were keeping me from listening. Too often the intent and timeline of the change did not match the time I needed. And frankly, the word change felt more like a 4-letter word than a 6-letter word. Why don't we use it in EOS? In my opinion, we don't use it because if we lead using the core tools, the VTO, the accountability chart, rocks, the meeting pulse, and scorecard, your team will process anything new with a different lens and attitude. Then we're not managing change, we're just managing the business, our team commitment, our individual performance in the face of new and shifting expectations. Change does not become an event, it becomes part of our work as a leader in any seat that we occupy in the accountability chart. Here are some specific examples of how some of the EOS tools, when used effectively, can help us navigate the challenges of being part of an entrepreneurial organization. We start Focus Day with the accountability chart, where you are asked to separate from the current job and design the most effective leadership structure for the organization as it moves into the future. It's hard, and some of you just design what you do today and create all the same roles in your team that you have today. The good news, you have time to process it, and through prodding from your peers and coaching from a strong integrator, you make the shift that the organization needs. If you don't, you can't blame this thing called change management. It is more me management. You're not displaying the openness and vulnerability that are cornerstones of a healthy team and a trusting leader. We give you the Back to the Basics tool to help you see where you're hitting the ceiling because your organization, your team, or you're just not hitting the goals you set, are doing so, but you're feeling the effects of burning out. If you answer yes to all the questions in that tool, when it is obvious there's a no there somewhere, you can't blame this thing called change management. It is more me or we management. We are just not ready to get into the hard stuff that comes with openness and vulnerability. We give you the people analyzer to do every quarter. And every quarter you give all pluses and yeses to your team, even though your rock completion is below 80%, and you find yourself collecting all these tasks from your people because they are not solving problems or not working at building bridges to communicate and problem solve with other departments, and react to every new goal or rock with emotion and a "that's your problem" attitude. We can't blame this thing called change management. It is more for you and your team about me management. A quote from my mentor, Paul Doyle, rings in my head. If you see anything that has to happen and you don't speak the truth at that moment, there's a presumption of agreement. When you commit to EOS, you commit to an open and honest, transparent form of leadership and teamwork that is an aspirational culture by many, but don't let it get overshadowed by a greater commitment to this thing we call change management. So go lead in a way that replaces that phrase with actions like openness, vulnerability, and commitment.